everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Callie and this is my YouTube channel dedicated to all things nails and good vibes. In today's video, we're continuing my Journey to Less Toxic Nail Polish series. I'm going to be sharing my research process for nail polish ingredients. So you guys might already know if you've been on my channel before, I have been on a less toxic journey with nail polish specifically since March of last year. So we're coming up on my less toxic anniversary, which is very exciting. And I do want to say a really big thank you to everybody who has stuck by the channel and me since that big shift, because that was a really big change. So thank you for all your support since then. But if you are new here, I do have an entire playlist featuring a bunch of different aspects of my less toxic journey. We've got some decluttering videos, we also have some shopping vlogs and all kinds of fun things. So if you want to check that out, that link will be up in the cards and in the description box. And this particular video that I'm doing today is one that I have really wanted to do for a very long time. I've had this written down on my ideas list for quite a while, and I'm finally sitting down to do it today. So basically, I know it can be super overwhelming to try to research nail polish ingredients, so if you right now are in the middle of your own less toxic journey or you're thinking about starting one, I wanted to share this video just to give you an idea of what my process is. At least I'm not saying this is the only way to research ingredients, I'm not saying this is the best way to research ingredients, but this is just the process that I have gradually come to over several months of research and hours of research that went into creating the less toxic page of my website. So these are just some resources and kind of strategies that really work for me when I'm looking for ingredients. So today I'm going to be sharing a little bit of that process. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. I do have a lot of really great videos coming your way in the next month or so. I'm looking forward to getting back into some really exciting content. So without any further ado, thank you so much for listening to this intro, and let's get right on into the video. Alright, so first I start my research session by choosing a particular ingredient I want to focus on, and yes, I totally misspelled the one that I'm researching right now, but I spell it right later, don't worry. And so today I'm just going to be using benzophenone 1 as an example, because this is an ingredient that I personally like to try to stay away from whenever possible. So as you can see, if you're just using Google or whatever search engine, it'll populate some articles for you and some resources and even some scientific studies, and especially with this ingredient, some actual nail polish brand websites come up, so we'll look at some of those later. But first I want to start with the EWG. This is the Environmental Working Group, and this is a resource that I use a lot when I'm researching ingredients and products. It's a really helpful resource. They compile a lot of different scientific resources and studies and things like that for you to decide and make your own decision with different products and ingredients. So as you can see, they do have different headings and different sections, so whatever you're looking for or whatever's most concerning to you, you can look at those, and they will put the reference on the side for you and just kind of like a little blurb about the ingredient or the research or something like that. And this is good for just kind of like a quick scan. I do prefer to make sure that I go through some more in-depth things as well, just because here you really only get a very small snippet of the particular study. So if you want to go more in-depth, I do scroll down to this at the bottom. There is a list of the studies and the references that this particular EWG page used, so you can look at those. You can always do some more research on those, but this is just kind of a quick, good overview if you're in a hurry or if you're in a store or something. I do talk about less toxic shopping tips sometimes as well, so that's a really helpful resource. So now I'm heading back to that main page, and there's a bunch of different things here, and the next one I'm going to visit is actually one that I believe is listed on my website with my less toxic page, where I have a lot more resources, and this is a scientific study with this particular ingredient, and you can see here that there's details on what the study ended up showing, and these I find are super helpful for forming your own opinion. There can be a lot of terminology to sift through, but I find that these are really helpful, and there's a variety of them available generally if the ingredient is more well known, so those are an excellent resource, and we'll talk a little bit about more of those later. Another thing I wanted to recommend was looking at different nail polish brand websites, because I have mentioned in the past a lot of brands, especially these days, like to mention when they're 5 free, 3 free, 10 free, 16 free, and sometimes they go into detail about their stances on particular ingredients. So this nail polish brand page that I'm showing you here, this is just basically their opinion, and they do list some resources and references as well, so you can look at a variety of these, and sometimes brands have different opinions on the same ingredient, so it helps to look at a variety of those. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was Google Scholar. This was a really helpful resource for me when I was first looking for ingredients and researching them and things like that. So this is just a particular search engine of Google that allows you to look for specific scientific studies, which is really helpful. And as you can see, I just circled, they have a little section on the side where you can select even like the time frame you want to look in. So if you want like newer scientific studies and things like that, that's a really easy way to find them. And again, these are sometimes tricky to read, but they are definitely worth it if you're looking for some really good information. The next thing I wanted to talk about was something that came from all of this research that I ended up doing. On my website, I have my Less Toxic page, and I compiled a whole bunch of resources and references, scientific references from places like obviously the EWG, like we just talked about, scientific studies, and the FDA, things like that. And these are really good resources for you. And like I always say, I don't want you to just form your opinion based on mine. I do really encourage you to do your own research, and this page is kind of like a starting place for you, a launch pad, if you will, so you can get on with your own research. And if you just need some places to start, then I hope this page is really helpful to you. It's always linked in the description box, so I hope you'll take advantage of that and let me know if you have any questions. On my website now, I also have a brand new 10-page Less Toxic Journey Planner for you, so you can just grab that on my website for free, and you can use it to plan out your journey. It's a really great resource that I had a lot of fun making, and I really hope it's helpful to you. It features some pages for ingredient organization and even shopping lists and things like that, just things to help you that I wish I had when I was first starting my journey. So that is pretty much it for today's research video. I really hope you found this helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments, or if you have your own research process that you'd like to share tips for or details of, please let us know in the comments. I always really enjoy hearing about your own less toxic journeys. It's really great to be able to share in this community, so I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it. If you'd like to see more videos like this where we do some brand investigation or ingredient investigation, then definitely let me know as well. And yeah, again, I just really hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. And I think that's all for today's video. So again, make sure you check out the rest of my Less Toxic playlist, and I will be back very soon with another video. Same nail time, same nail channel. Have a polished rest of your day, and I'm wishing you all the best on your less toxic journey. Bye!